the floor to our next panelist, Cécile. So she has a very complete career, a very complete background, both in engineering in France and then theoretical particle physics in Cambridge. So he started a career as an experimental particle physics at Fermilab and CERN. Then she worked 7 years in the Atlas collaboration. And after the postdoc, she moved to data science, and today she's the head of IT and data science at Blue Planet Ecosystem. So it's a very complete and different career that we are all looking forward to hearing more about.
Thanks a lot for the introduction. Yes, so I'll tell you a bit about my career and how I moved from academia to data science. So maybe just a slide on what I did in academia. So I did my PhD at CEA Saclay from starting in 2009. And as you said, Maite, I did half of it at the Tevatron in the D0 collaboration and half of it in Atlas. So I started before or right after the accident, started on the LHC. So I thought it was safe to do part of it at the Tevatron. And there I studied the properties of the top pair. So mostly the cross-section at D0 and then the top charge asymmetry in Atlas, which I kept studying during my postdoc at DESY that I did between 2012 and 2018, still on the Atlas collaboration. I also looked at a search for 4 top signatures. I worked on a monitoring system for the NR detector cooling and then simulation for the upgrade. And then I decided to change career. In 2019, I moved to Austria, and there I met the founders of Blue Planet Ecosystems and got hired as head of data science, and then later on became lead founder. And that's so I'm still working at Blue Planet Ecosystems. We actually grew the company in that time from 5 to 20 employees, and it's been a very exciting time. So I'll just let you know a bit about what we do, because I think that's a really cool project, and it doesn't sound that there is necessarily a lot of data science in there. But basically, the mission of Blue Planet Ecosystems is to turn sunlight into seafood. And the way we do that is basically by using a system where we grow algae. The algae we feed to zooplankton, and the zooplankton we feed to the fish. And then we recirculate the water back to basically recreate an ecosystem and decouple the production of animal protein from traditional agriculture. And the big vision is to basically have, farms where you can produce food like very close to the consumer and basically on any piece of land. And you would think, okay, like what does it have to do with data science? So really the idea is to completely automate this system, this ecosystem that we're trying to reproduce, and also to really ensure animal well-being. So the way we do that is basically by collecting a lot of data about the environment, about the water quality and everything that goes into the system. And we want to precisely analyze what's going on and also predict the way the system is going to work and is going to evolve. So we use computer vision, for instance, to monitor the fish. We want to analyze their behavior, for instance, during feedings and during certain events. We also want to simulate the system, and we want to predict, as I said, bigger trends. So basically, when I joined the company, that was my goal and my role was to define and develop the use of AI and computer vision to basically fulfill this goal. But of course, that's a startup, so you also have to work on a lot of different things, and that really joins what the previous panelist said about a data scientist job can be very different from company to company. So in my case, I had to do things that were completely outside of the typical data science focus. So for instance, I had to develop a control system for the units. So how do you collect the data? How do you visualize them? How do you control, all the components in the system and all of that?
1
but
minute.
Also, yes, thanks. But also my role is to now more generally manage projects around IT, data science in general, but also funding, patents, HR. So it's very broad. And it's basically, to summarize, definitely not where I saw myself when I left academia. I didn't even know that such a job could exist, but I'm actually extremely happy that I found this company. And working in a startup definitely has the advantage that you see a broad range of topics and you get involved in many different things. So it's not the very typical data scientist job maybe, but I think it's extremely interesting. And if you have any questions, just contact me. Also, if you're interested in Blue Planet ecosystem, just feel free to visit our website or visit us.
Okay, thank you very much, Cécile. I think this illustrates very well the very wide opportunities that are behind the data scientist role, depending on the type of the company, depending on the field, depending on the size of the company also, and the composition of the team. So it's good because you have the different panelists we have till now showed us different perspectives.